Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kathy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm going to
Good.
sign that and send it back in.
Okay.
I keep,
We just
keep
gonna give
forgetting that I
everybody.
got to sign it.
Okay. Good morning,
Yes, ma'am.
Sylvie.
Good morning, Miss Vicky.
Good
Can you hear
morning.
me?
How are you? I can. I can.
Okay, very good. I just want to say I'm at work, so I'm just going to be listening in,
Okay.
okay? Won't be able to say much, but I'm going to be listening.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
We're just gonna give everybody else a couple of more minutes and we're gonna go on and get started. Everybody had a great weekend. Okay, we're gonna go on and get started. And I'm gonna share my screen with you all. Oh, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, okay, good deal. Okay, this morning we are on Ignite Spark Session, prospecting, and we're going to talk about this morning. Oh, wait a minute, I'm all tangled up here, y'all. Give me a minute. We're going to talk about this morning prospecting. I think everybody on here know who each of each other is, and if not, Kathy, if you want to announce yourself and just say how long you've been in real estate, and we'll go from there. And Sylvia, you can do the same. Good morning, Gerald.
Hi,
We're just getting started.
my name's Kathy Williams. I've been in real estate 25 years. I've managed to make it through the rough times, the ups and the downs, and still hanging in there. I love what I do, and I decided to join the PC group because I moved over to Keller Williams to learn the technology. And I decided I sure do need that technology. And I've never been taught scripts. So the
Okay.
scripts have become important.
Okay. Sylvia, she might not be able to go next. Gerald, we just introducing ourselves because we have a few people on that that are different, that has not been on with the majority of the people that get on every day. So if you just want to introduce yourself, you can.
Yes, good morning. I've been with Keller Williams for almost a year now. Just really enjoying Ignite and everything that I learned from this, and just learning the basics of, really getting out there and jumping into this thing. So, welcome, Kathy. Um, a lot of good learning here. Vicki is an awesome teacher. So just
Thank you, Chair.
I'm excited about it.
Okay, I'm excited for you all because when you put forth the effort as to what it is you want in your business and setting your goals, I mean, the best is yet to come. Shakira, we were just introducing ourselves. We have some people on that has not been on with us this go round. So we were just introducing ourselves.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shakira Green, and I'll show my face for a little bit. I'm up here doing. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Shakira Green, and I've been in real estate. I got my license. The 21st made a year that I got my license actually, but I've been with Keller Williams since like the end of February 2020, so almost a year, and it's the best place to be. The training is like no other. Ignite itself is, I think, the tool that when we take our pre-license, this should actually, like, to me, feel the next step. This Ignite should be the next step because it's really where you learn to be a realtor. Because as we all know, pre-license doesn't teach us that. This is my fourth time taking Ignite in a year. Yeah, because it's quarterly. So, and I teach it this time, and I taught last quarter. And I learn something new every time, even when I'm teaching it. So, because you're in different stages every time, so it helps you help implement things. And I personally think it should be mandatory, but I know we can't make it mandatory. And I'm gonna keep saying that probably until we do make it mandatory.
Yeah,
So welcome.
I think it needs to be. Well, thank you all for introducing you all self. And basically, we're going to go on and get started. And as I said earlier, we are in Ignite, and we're talking about prospecting this morning. And after you finish this session, you will be able to know the benefits of prospecting and how it relates to lead generation, and you'll know about different prospecting methods and to develop your own prospecting plan. And anytime doing any slide that we are discussing and I move forward and you have any questions or comment, please don't hesitate to just jump right in. If you can unmute if you don't have any background noises, but just jump right in. Okay. And we've already introduced ourselves. Our focus on today is something that we focus on in we discuss in every Ignite session and what we focus on every day in our business. We grow our business and we run our business. And today we're going to be talking about prospecting in relation to lead generation for buyers and sellers. Connecting prospect to leads. Okay. And as I said, lead generation for buyers and sellers, and the path for this is for lead generation success. We've already covered the basic in the Spark session, understanding the lead generation model. We've already gone through that, and basically we're going to see how prospecting relate to the lead generation model. First, I just want somebody to unmute, a couple of people, if they will, just to tell me, when you talking about or hear prospecting, what is it that you think about?
I personally think about relationships with people. Prospecting is gaining those relationships or looking for relationships with people. That's what initially comes to my mind.
Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, I think about particular neighborhoods that you want to farm, that you want to work in, that you want to build your business.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, well, basically prospecting is lead generation effort that is proactive and direct. The agent is proactively going out to find leads to bring into their database. So it is personal, and it's something that you would do beforehand, being proactive, and it's a way to lead generate. Okay. Any comments? And when we another way we can remember about prospecting is it's personal. It's a you're actually in the face or actually with people. It's a personal one-on-one. Okay. Whereas marketing doesn't have to be it can be something that you're just putting out there, but prospecting, you're actually wanting to actually talk to people. Okay. All right. And this is going to be a 1-hour session, connecting prospects to lead generation. And we're going to deep dive into prospecting methods. We're going to take action to develop plans to prospect. After this session, participants, as I said earlier, will be able to describe prospecting methods and how it goes along with your lead generation effort. Okay. Okay, this is the flow of a lead generation model. Prospecting and marketing are lead generation efforts that bring leads and contacts into your database. Lead generation, whether it's prospecting or marketing, should never be a practice that an agent stops. Without leads and contact, we won't have any contracts. We won't have any closings, and we won't get paid. So marketing and prospecting is something that we will always be doing. And I think even when we talked about lead generation, that was something that we said we got to always be lead generating to have business. Okay. Lead generation should always be purposeful and intentional. Shakira, those are our 2 words. Intentional and purposeful. Lead generation is the life of an agent's business. Lead generation is taking a message and using a method to drive that message to a desired audience. We call this the message and method of your lead generation, or the 2 M's. Your message needs to match your market, and it needs to make an offer for immediate response. It should match the market by tailoring the intended message to your audience. The message should have a call to action that can be direct. Okay? There are two methods of getting your message out to target your audience, and there's prospecting and marketing. Okay? Today, we're only talking about prospecting, but those are the two methods, prospecting and marketing. Okay? Anybody got any? Just stop me now. Okay. The lead generation method should be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Lead generation should be prospecting based. Once you target your audience, then you can continue to market to enhance to get your message out. Okay. And if it's indirect, it should, it's indirect, it should attract leads, support, enhance, and prospecting conversation. For example, sending out a direct mail advertisement for leading one with when you door knocking, then leveraging the material to have a follow-up conversation. So if you send out something, you need to follow up with a conversation, whether you call and say, just call in to check, I sent out some information, just want to see what you thought about that information, and kind of go from there. That's the follow-up. Okay. That's a marketing. Example of prospecting is proactive and direct. It keeps you in active versus reactive state. It's the act of searching for a lead. It allows you to focus on proactive customers, create activities that will be critical to your ability to hit the numbers that you want. Okay. Why do you think it's better for prospecting based and marketing enhanced? Well, why is that something that's important? Why do you feel like that should be?
I think if you need to know what customer base you're marketing towards. You cannot just have a broad marketing out there and you don't know who's gonna jump on that advertisement or whatever it is.
Okay. Anybody else? Or somebody want to share a story about how you've prospect or marketed anything in your business?
I know for me, Miss Vicky, one of the easiest and very free ways to do it is if you have your like a neighborhood Facebook page or a neighborhood like the Nextdoor app and things like that. You can do that. Even like last night, we had our little neighborhood meeting on Zoom, and because I had reached out prior to the lady asking, because she's into our HOA, whoever lady. And I reached out to her, making sure that it was okay, because certain HOAs or certain neighborhoods don't allow that. Make sure it was okay for me to put my business on our Facebook pages and things like that. And you can also, like I said, the Nextdoor app, or just putting door knockers on doors, and just it's a lot of different ways you can do it.
Well, I'll share an example of me prospecting. I went to my neighborhood and I had made up some bags with some extra gum in it, and I had my business card in it, and I gave them to my neighbors. And they might not be looking to buy right now, but what it said was, I did a handwritten note and I said, I'll go the extra mile for your referral. And so it's a lot of different things that you can do, and you can go on Pinterest. They have so many ideas. You can put some chocolate kisses in in just like I did with the extra gum, and do something like, it'll be sweet of you to send a referral my way. I mean, any little thing. It's little things like that. People, it's like, wow, it's so simple, but somebody else might not have thought of that. And when you send that out, people like those little simple, little cute little things. Anybody else want to
Especially,
share?
I was gonna say, especially with Valentine's coming up.
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
holidays, you have Valentine coming up. You have what, even President's Day. I mean, it's a
Mhm,
lot
mhm.
of different things. And I know me, what I do a lot is I just Google, like, they have these little weird everyday
Yeah.
holidays,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
just Google something, and it's
mhm,
one day is always something. You can just make something out of that.
mhm. Yep. And you see on here it said prospecting, phone or face-to-face, listing without agency, for sale by owners, expired listings. All of these are ways that you can prospect. And I mean, your idea might not be my idea, but you will be surprised as to how you can reach people. And it's different prospecting methods, which are right here. Uh, so be sure you share with the group if it's anything that you come up with that really was a good prospecting method that you use, because we can use different ones at different times. I mean, what might be good for you, it can work for me at a different area at a different time. So just think of the best approaches to prospecting. Okay. And you
Hey,
can select several different ways of prospecting. Jerry, you was about to say something?
oh, I didn't mean to step on you, Vicky. I didn't know.
You good.
No, I was just going to say about the phone. I'm actually on the phone duty
Mm-hmm.
right now for KW, and let me tell you, I've gotten a possible listing, and I got actually like three buyers that I'm working on,
Mm,
and these are people who called and they're looking at properties, and they're not working with a realtor, and that's one thing that I've been
right.
asking them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll ask about a certain property, and I'll look it up, and I ask them, well, I'd be glad to help you out with this. You working
Mm-hmm.
with a realtor at the moment? And they told me no, and so I'm like, well, I'll be, hey, let's get going. I'll help you
I'm
out.
t- I'm telling you, I just want to say this. It's a good idea to stop by the office every now and then just to say hello. Just was in the area, just wanted to say hello, being that everybody is not coming in every day. You would be surprised what might be handed off to you with just stopping in, saying hello, just checking on y'all, what's going on. You'll be surprised. It's a lot of people walking in the door having questions about, I've been renting this long, I am not signing my lease anymore, I want to buy me a house, I need to talk to somebody, what I need to do. I closed on a new construction in December, and that's the way it happened. The young lady came in. She meant she was not going to sign a lease again. And I was the only agent here. Somebody called me up and asked me, could I talk to her? And I was able to talk to her. And I sent her to somebody um, to talk to about getting pre approved. And she talked to some people, and it was on. Closed, new construction. She didn't know even that she wanted new construction, but she meant she wasn't signing a lease anymore. So it's a lot of opportunities just stopping in, just saying hi, what's going on. So just do that every now and then. I might have something in my hand that I might be handing off.
She's right about that. She's handing me something. Um, unforeseen circumstances happened that it didn't go through, but I built a relationship.
Right.
So when they're ready next, and they were ready, just if some a family member passed, but they were pre-approved. We had to start looking. Everything was on the go. But the person that we were looking for had passed. But I've gained that relationship with the daughter now, and like she said, she's not ready to move herself yet. But when she's ready, she's definitely wants to work with me. So it's stopping in. I was stopping in to do the toy drive that day.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they called in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good to just stop by the office just to get those calls. Another, get on those on the after hours too. The after hours. You get a lot of people from that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. If nobody else want to share about prospecting, we're gonna move to the next slide. Dive deep prospecting methods. Okay. We're getting into different being prospecting based and marketing enhancing. That's what we're talking about this morning. Prospecting opportunities, door knocking, agent to agent referrals, open houses, social media. Now, it has been times that I'll call agents and I'll ask them if they want to do open houses. I have some listings that you're welcome to check them out. And if you want to do open house, that's fine. It's the I know quite a few of the I have at least 4 that are very flexible with open house. So if you call me, even if I hadn't put it out there, I have at times. But if it's something you want to do, all you have to do is call me and ask me, can you host one of my houses for open house? Okay. How many people have hosted an open house and want to share as to what has come out of it for you?
Those relationships, those contacts, leads. Because if most people coming to open houses are looking to either they're just starting, thinking that they're wanting to move or build or whatever. And even some of them are just, the neighbors coming to say, hey, if they're selling, they just want to talk. They know a realtor's going to be there. They might just want to talk about selling their homes. So you get those leads, if nothing else.
And when somebody come out to open house, they are thinking about it. Something is going through their mind about buying, selling. It's something. So if nothing else, it's a lead, just like Shakira said. When I first got into real estate, that's how I got my first few sales. I mean, a lot of people don't like to do open house. Nevertheless, when you're trying to get your name and face out, we have to do some things that we really not. And some people love doing open house. I mean, I don't mind. I like them because I like to talk. I like to, I just kind of want to see what's going on. Where are they? Why are they looking? What are your plans? Because if somebody tell you, it's probably going to be about a year before I decide to buy. It's probably going to be 9 months. If they say 9 months, it's probably going to be 6. If they say 6, it's probably going to be 3. So you have to listen and hear what it is that they're saying so you know what category to put them in. Because remember, we have to listen and know, are they ready, willing, and able? So with talking to them at open houses, doing door knocking. And right now, a lot of people not doing door knocking, and some people are. It just depends. I think it depends on the neighborhood. I think it depends on the person. So it's a lot of opportunities out there. So just be very mindful of those things. And a lot of people are really good with the social media prospecting, marketing, and advertisement. So that's another thing. You just have to know your niche, what works best for you. When you see what works best for you, don't try to be all over the place. If that's what's working for you, stick with that. That's one thing we talked about in our business planning clinic. If that what works for you, do it. Give it your all. Make it blossom for you. Because what you might be good at, I'm not. But what I'm good at, you might not be. So just see what works for you. Let's talk about door knocking and its benefits. Okay. You can promote your business by talking to potential clients and provide you the chance to promote an open house. When you're getting ready for an open house, a lot of times I've heard people say they go to the neighborhoods just to let some of the neighbors know that it's going to be an open house next weekend. Now you have to be mindful of that, because some neighborhoods don't like the soliciting before. So, but that's not in all cases. That's not in all cases. I know in Breckenridge, when we did the open house in that area, they didn't want the soliciting to the neighbors before. But what we did do, the day of the open house, because you can't just put anything out in front of the entrance days before. You can do it the day of. So we had our open house sign right at the entrance of the neighborhood, just so as people going in and coming out, they know it's an open house to take place that day. Okay. You can also build a farm in a certain area. And people will remember who you are. The ability to enhance your prospecting with marketing material. So it's a lot with door knocking. You just have to know your neighborhoods and where you can and cannot do what. Any questions or concerns? Is it anybody that has tried door knocking? Is it
No,
anybody?
I haven't done door knocking because of the current times.
Right.
I just haven't done that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I was gonna ask, has anybody got any limiting beliefs when it comes to door knocking? Feeling like the rejection or people, this is not a good time. People not gonna want people knocking at their doors. And I know that could be a lot of, what people are thinking right now. Like I said, you just gotta know the neighborhood, because a lot of people are looking for some people to talk to outside of the house right now. And a lot of people don't mind stepping outside to talk to people, because outside is the best place to be right now at this time. So just know the neighborhood, and you can really get to know some people and what it is they're thinking, what they've been thinking about. It might even open up the door to have conversation about. They might want to know, is this really a good time? That opens up the door for you to tell them about interest rates, the market inventory. Know your market. Know your market. Know what's going on in the market. Know a little bit on the financial side as far as interest rates and how it's beneficial to buyers right now. And with inventory being low, this being a seller's market, how is it beneficial to sellers? Any questions or concerns? Okay. Be prospecting based, marketing enhanced. We just talked about door knocking. Okay. Agent to agent referrals. That is easy, easy. That's an easy transaction. A lot of my business lately has been referrals. What referrals say to me is if and how the person that referred them to me, it says a lot to me about how they feel like I took care of them. So when they send somebody to you, that says a lot about what you did for them, how they think you took care of them. Anybody got any comments? We have a whole platform in Command where you can look up agents by cities and states to choose if you have a client that you need to refer out to another city or state. You can go in and you can look at other agents' bios, why they feel like you should send your person to them. I love it. You'll see how you connect with people, what y'all might have in common, why you want to send your client to them. Everywhere. I mean, I've had people to call me, and why they chose me, I don't know, but it's a lot of referral agents that you can send your clients to for business. Anybody got any questions about that? Okay. And we're not gonna go into Command and for me to pull this up, but just in your training time, go into Command and look at the agent referral section. Look at different agents, look places where you might have family members. That'll be a good place to start. Excuse me, y'all. That'll be a good place to start where you have family members. You can go on and start to reach out to agents, get to know them. You could just call them and let them know where you are. Let them know you have family members in that area and you're looking forward at some point to be able to do business with them. That way, if they have somebody coming your way before you have somebody going their way, they might just reach out to you. Referrals is easy business, like I said. Okay. And we've already talked about the open house. Okay. Anybody got anything? Prospecting is important. It is important to add the contacts to your database and to take action on those contacts immediately by adding them to a smart plan. And a lot of you all have heard we've had Katie to do some inserts during our business meeting to show you how to do smart plans. And that's something that we're going to get more into with our tech person, because I think she just really got it down pat. So even when we start back with our group calls after the Ignite and family reunion, we're going to get into some of the tech information that Sarah has to offer and let her demonstrate some ways as to how to do smart plans and I'll just set it up, because this is really, I hadn't got into it into depth, but what Katie has shown me has been so beneficial to me, how the messages are automatically going out to my buyers. I have messages going out to my buyers and some to my sellers, how you are touching your people without having to really stop doing what it is that you're doing, and they responding to let you know where they are in their buying or selling process or getting ready. So it's just a way to keep in touch with them and to stay current with what's going on with them. Any questions?
Hey,
And
Vicky.
hmm,
Um, yeah, with that, smart plan is awesome. The only thing I would add is to go in, do those tests, run a test to yourself, and go
yes,
in and customize those messages, because I actually made that mistake. I set up one, and because you have to know, like I did it automatically, and what it said was, can I meet you for coffee on a
hmm,
text? And
hmm,
see that, uh, that's not relevant with somebody who I might be dealing with out of state. And
right, right.
actually,
You got,
actually, right, I had somebody who was in Boston,
hmm,
and it went out to
and
and one in Washington. Right, right,
they told you, yeah, when you coming.
right. so you just have to be careful, and you got to go in there and look at it, and just make it right, make it make sense.
When you add contacts, you see the next tab say add tags. You have to tag them. Now, the way I do it is I tag everybody, a buyer or a seller. Then, if they've already bought, I have to go and put something else, because when I'm getting ready to send out a smart plan, if somebody just bought a house from me last month, then I need to go and change that, so it's a distinct. I can change it where they not getting the same message of somebody that I know is getting ready to buy. So it is very important that you tag them and tag them. So when you get ready to send out a message, do you want this to go to your referral people? Do you want this to go to your past clients? Do you want this to go to the buyers? Do you want this to go to the seller? So you have to tag them. And that's what it means when they say tagging. And we're going to get all into that, into details a little bit more. Any questions? Okay. Prospecting based market enhance on the social media side. I'm gonna let you all tell me a little bit about how has that worked for you all. That's one of my more not at the top of my list. I'm more personal on social media that get um with my prospecting. I do some flyers, but that's not, I'm more personal. But I know some of you all, I've seen it. You really work the social media platform well.
I know for me, and I don't know, it's this whole millennial thing with me, is that is my preferred way. And I is when I say preferred way, I use it to, I guess so you would say, stay top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is actually what I was doing this morning, is planning out my weekly posts to go in, because when I go ahead and do it and it automatically posts, I don't have to worry
Yes,
about it.
yes.
So I was doing that last night and this morning. It's just one of those things to me is to stay top of mind. And I get a lot of questions and a lot of leads through that
Yes,
because
yes,
they'll be like, oh yeah, Shakira, you do real estate. But I don't make it all the time about real estate.
yes,
Like
yes.
today I did Motivational Monday. Now tomorrow I'll do a Tuesday tip.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday I might broadcast another small business.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to just be all about business. You want people to know that you care about other stuff
Right.
too, because people
Mm-hmm.
look at your social media to try to figure out who you are.
That's right.
So I throw
Mhm.
in a lot of real estate, but I also do just random stuff because you want to stay top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's just the preferred way. Now, like Miss Vicky said, it's better when you get personal because I do also, even with social media, like my goal, what I was doing today is sending out personal messages to people just to update my database, get more contact information for people, or get contact information from people from Facebook or
Mm-hmm.
Instagram or whatever. And I'll send them a nice little note. Like I think we talked with Sarah last Thursday about how to just because I was wondering, like, I have all these thousands of people on my Facebook, but they're not in my database. Why? So I'm sending personal messages to people asking, is it okay to put them in my database? Just let them know, if they know any other anyone else's information to pass along to me, those type things. Because one of my goals is to just build my database. Because if I'm being transparent, I haven't done the best that I could have done. And so I'm catching up and doing what I should have been doing as well.
That's
Anybody
good,
else want to?
Shakira.
Yeah. Anybody
No,
else want to share?
I need to do better. I need to do better, as far as social media. Um, I'm a little old school and, um, like to make contact, like to write a little bit more.
Mhm.
Um, Sort of on the shy end also. So I'm not so quick to put stuff out there, but I do need to do better and I will work on that.
And one thing about social media, it has become a media prospecting tool that has really led to lead generation strategies in
Mhm.
many areas of real estate
Yeah.
for a lot of good reasons. And it creates an audience. Some people you might know and some you might not, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Um, it's just whichever one. And you would be surprised as to, you might, like I have a personal page and I have a business page. Sometimes I put things on there about just family. Okay. You will be surprised as to how that opens up the door for conversation. And then real estate might come up. But people need to know you have a life outside of just doing business. Okay, I'm just not reaching out. That's not the only thing that I'm posting, just business. So it's very important that we keep it balanced. Don't put too much real estate on your personal page and not too much personal on your business page. Now, I do on my personal page, sometimes I do put something really, really cute that's personal that would probably bring a smile or make somebody laugh on my personal page about real estate. So it's those things that will, open up doors for conversation that will lead to business. Has anybody got any other examples of anything that they've, put on business page or personal page on social media that has where you've seen that it might have not even been meant to even bring up real estate, but it did because of something that you put out there? Okay. Well, you can, when you're seeking prospects, you have to have know who it is that you're targeting, the interests of your audience, the content that you're sharing. You have to know who you are, the people that you sending it out to, your audience. Okay. And one thing I always remember to tell each of us that are KW agents, if you see something on there that Gerald has put, share it. If I see some on Facebook that Shannon has posted, I'm going to share it, because they might not be a client for me, but if it's one for Shannon, Gerald, Shakira, any of the agents here, that's a win-win. We bringing it home. Is that making sense? Everybody understanding what it is that I'm saying about that? I always share you all's information. I might share your information and it's like, oh wow, Vicky knows Shannon too. Or Shannon might share something that I got on. They like, oh, I know you knew Vicky. And that opens up the conversation, even if it's not selling real estate. It might be somebody that just finished real estate school and trying to find, or they're interviewing brokerages. They can say, I chose to come to Keller Williams because of Shannon. There, you've added somebody to your profit share tree. It might not be one thing, but it can be another. So just remember, it's different, more than one thing can come out of it. Any questions? Take action and develop your plan. Okay. Okay, now that you understand the model to use with social media prospecting, you can consider what you want to include in your post. You can start to dig into social media through a mastermind. This will just start your thinking process as to what type of post that you want to create on social media. Sometimes it's hard to find success unless you are willing to engage with your audience by asking questions and addressing lifestyle as opposed to just business. And that's what we just got through talking about. People need to know that you have a life as well. Everybody, that's their career jobs are not real estate, so they might not want to just hear about your business all the time. Nevertheless, one thing can lead to another. One conversation can open up the door for another, and real estate can come up. Something about somebody could have just died. Somebody could have just got married. Somebody could have just had a baby. Those are life-changing events that a lot of times people begin to look to move, to buy, to sell. So that's why we have to think about addressing lifestyle changes and different lifestyle issues or lifestyle challenges or anything we could be doing in our life. If you hiking, you would be surprised as to what brings on what conversation. Okay. All right, let's go right here. I'm going to talk about the 80-20 rule. I think I passed it. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about the 80-20 rule. Okay. I want somebody to tell me when you first heard the 80-20 rule, or who can remember what the 80-20 rule is about. We talked about it before. We're talking about it in a different way now. We talked about 80-20 in another way. We're talking about it now with business and personal, but it's another time we talk about the 80-20 rule. Shakira, I know you know. Jerry, I know you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 20% of what you do, what you put into, gives you an 80% result.
Yeah,
In my
exactly. Yep.
in my first outlook of that, I saw it the other way. I actually saw it different.
You thought you had to
Uh,
do 80%
yes,
to get 20. No, that's what I
yes.
love about it. Yeah, yes, 20% of what you do, you'll get 80% results. So just think, it takes you 20% of action to get 80% of what it is that you're looking to achieve. So be sure you doing the 20%. But this is I think this is telling us the 20% business, 80% personal, what we was talking about with the business page and the personal page. Okay. Any questions? It's hard to find success unless you're willing to engage with the audience, asking questions and addressing certain lifestyles, as we said earlier. Applying the 80-20 rule will avoid lead generation burnout, and it will keep you connected with your followers. This means your post should be 80% personal and 20% business. Think of social media as a social conversation. You can get more strategic with your post by using past performance as a guide. You can view campaign performance metrics in Command. We have a platform in Command where you can do posts, and it's real estate related, with some of them with lifestyle. So that's just saying, having the 80-20 with posting out on social media. Okay. 80% personal, as we said, show the world who you are. Social is a great sale and marketing tool, but balance your business posts with some that show off your personality, your values, and aspects of daily life. 20% business. Keep your content relevant. Some tips: create photo albums for every new listings. Mark milestones, and that's the 20%. Just having a balance. You want people to know that you have personality, you have family, you do things with your family. Just letting people know who you are outside of business. Okay. You talk about positive experiences that you've had with clients, in this part of the 20% with your business. Okay. Share resources and articles that you think will be helpful and provide value to your clients. That's very important. Whether people are able to buy or sell right now, the reason that that's so important, because when you help people acquire valuable information that help them along down the road, when they can, when they're willing, ready, and able, because you helped them when they needed it, you gave them information to get to where they are right now, they're going to come back and buy. They're going to come back and list with you because you helped them when they didn't know. So when you share valuable information with people, that's very important to them. That means so much. Coming from contribution, that's where that goes. Any questions? That's just like Shakira was saying earlier about they couldn't help that the person that they was looking for passed, but her and the daughter, I think she said, They build a relationship. So whenever somebody mentioned to her about buying or selling, she's gonna think of Shakira because they really had something going. It's just life presented itself with something that they couldn't change. So she's going to make sure when she get ready to buy a house or know anybody that's looking, she's gonna mention Shakira. So that's very important. Anybody got anything?
Sometimes we can you repeat yourself. I've been stepping in and out, helping with, I've become a teacher too.
Okay, nothing. I was just talking about, when doing the 20% business and 80% personal, and
Yes.
I just was talking about the example of the buyer that you all was looking for past and, but because y'all have already built a relationship, she's going to, when she hears somebody talking about real estate, she's gonna think about you.
Yeah.
Because I came to that because I was talking about sharing articles that help people to think about things that they might need later on down the road, even if they can't buy or sell right now.
Yes.
Providing valuable information.
And also what I had, because I have been checking on her, every few days because, I've lost a parent and stuff too. And it's when I first checked on, she started talking about real estate. I had to stop her. I said, no, this is not what this call is about. I said, no, this is about you. I'm checking on you. I said, we're not talking about real estate. And so, because most of our conversations have been about real estate, she jumped into that and I had to stop her and say, no, this is a checkup, personal call to make sure you're okay.
Right. And how you think that made her feel? Like, wow.
I can hear the relief in her. You hear that deep sigh. You hear that, thank you.
Almost like I needed that.
Yes. Yes. And like like I've said before, and I say again, one of my favorite quotes that I've heard from Keller Williams is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
How much you care. That's right.
And that's what I lead with every day.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Adam bought us a book, the members of the ALC, about basically why you do what you do. People will support what you're doing if they know why you're doing it. They can have so many people doing the same thing, but when your why is important to them, they'll jump on board. The book we were reading, it was talking about how comparing Apple to other companies, it's a lot of other good technology companies. Nevertheless, it was the why that Apple do a lot of what they do, the reason that people jump on board. So it's just, when people know your why, they're more apt to be on board. When your why makes sense because a lot of people can be doing things just for money. But when you're doing something that will generate revenue, but it's to help somebody or to do something that can make a great impact in the lives of people would jump on board and say, I want to be a part of that. I know a lot of people doing that, but that's not why they're doing it. So that said a lot to me. Okay, we're going to the next section now. Let's talk, take actions and develop your prospecting plan. Okay. Anybody got any comments or questions? And these are some list of things that we talked about earlier. How how we can prioritize them. And that's where you get into, I've talked to you all before. Everybody on here, I've talked to you all at some point about your for conversation GPS and your 411. These are, if you feel like door knocking is the area that you want to focus in, you need to prioritize and what strategies are you going to take to be able for door knocking. If prospecting, door knocking is going to be your prospecting method, how are you going to reach your goals? What are you going to do? How are you going to prioritize? How are you going to strategize to get where you want to with the prospecting, door knocking? Okay. Now that we understand how to use a variety of prospecting methods, it's time to revisit how to get purposeful about lead generation in that area. Okay. The average millionaire real estate agent get most of their business from the top 2 lead sources and 90% of their total business from the top 5 lead sources. Okay. This doesn't mean that all of these sources are needed to implement lead generation. Like we said earlier, you're going to see what works best for you. Okay. It's important in what is important in prospecting to your personal strength. That's why we got to see what works best for us. We can't just be doing something because somebody else is doing it. We have to see, and it's going to take some trial and error for you to see what works best for you. And once you see what best for you, you perfect it. Okay. Okay. It's easier to master and scale 1 or 2 things. Okay, you're going to make a list to help to see what works best for you. Pick out a few. Some of these things you're even going to see you like doing better than others. And if you like doing something, you're going to do it better, because when we like to do something, that's just like, I like teaching, because when I see where, oh, that's what they was talking about when they said this, that, or the other. I like to hear people get it. When they get it and then see them moving into action, I like that. What I have in me, when I can give it to somebody else, that's what make me happy. So when we like doing things, it's not like a task. It's something we look forward to be able to do. So once you choose and see which of these you want to pick out for prospecting and what worked best for you, you'll see those are the things you'd rather be doing because they work better for you. And normally things work better for us when I got that. And like I said, share with others. Okay. All right. Okay. The first list is the overall list of how the example agent get their leads. All right. Okay. We already went over that. Anybody got any ahas as to anything that we've discussed? Okay. Developing. Okay. I'm listening.
I was gonna say, I think one of the biggest things for everyone to we've been talking about is finding your niche, finding what's best for you, because what's best for one is not like you said. I'm with Vicky. I love open houses because I get to meet people. I love going into new homes and things like that. You have some people that despise open houses. So everybody has their own thing, but just because it works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for me. You have people that love door knocking. I'm not a fan of door knocking. Never done it, and probably because I know I won't like it. It's just not my thing. So everyone is different. But you, like you said, find out what's best for you. Pick 1 or 2 good things that works for you. We don't have to do 5 and 6, 7, 8 things. Pick what's best for you and make it work.
Shakira, share about the photography session that you set up.
Okay, what I did is I partnered with a local photographer, and I did a mini photo shoot giveaway. I paid for the session, and and I had people the only way that they could enter the drawing was they had to fill out a contact information sheet, a Google Doc. It gave me their name, their phone number, their email address, their current address, all of that information. Now, I did leave optional for current address because everyone is not going to want to do that. So, but actually everyone that filled it out did complete it. So out of that, I think I got 40 or 50 something contacts from that. But I only paid, I paid for the session, and they use the session, but it was, for me, the purpose was to get leads and contacts. For them, they paid nothing. They got a free session, or they just gave me their information. They knew they were giving their information to a realtor. So it's not like I had to beg for their information. They received something and I received it. It was a win-win for me.
Right. And those are ways too that we don't have to worry about the do not call. Those people voluntarily gave contact information. So you don't have to worry about, can I call them or not? That's why prospecting and marketing is so important. Those are ways that you can voluntarily get people's information. So with that, I just want Shakira to share with you all. And like I said, look on the list and see what works best for you. It might not be a photography session that you set up. It might be something else that you can put out there that can get people's information. Okay, if you develop a relationship with them and they know somebody that's wanting to sell or buy, they're going to say, oh, I got somebody that I've talked to and she's a really nice lady, and I think you should talk to her about it. So those are just some prospecting and marketing ideas. We've gone a little bit over our time, but if we don't have any other questions or comments, if anybody got any ahas, we can share and we'll be moving right along. Any other questions or comments?
Mine real quick is just
Okay, no
the
problem.
name badge. The name badge in the grocery store, walking around, just having your name badge on,
Yes.
stirs up a conversation, just talk, chit chat. I've had that happen.
I'm going to share, Jerry, you brought to my attention when you said that. I always try to have something on me that says Keller Williams, KW, or my name, something, because know what people will say if they might have seen it on me, because I go to the same Walmart, I go to this, they might say, I've seen that name before. What's KW? There's the open door for conversation right there.
Sure is.
So something as simple as easy as having your name tag on will open up a door for marketing, prospecting, lead generation. You'd be surprised. Gerald really brought that, made me say that. That really, something as simple as that, I needed to say that because it almost slipped my mind. Anybody else? Okay, I think going to our last slide. We're gonna see this on every slide. These are things we need to do on a daily basis. We need to have 10 conversations, write 10 handwritten notes, and preview 10 homes a week. Who am I going to have 10 conversations with? Whoever you choose to. If you go to Walmart, if you go to the grocery store, if you go to the doctor's office, you got to not take lightly or have that limiting belief that these people are not thinking about buying or selling a house. You don't know until you ask. And even after you had that conversation, send them a handwritten note saying something in reference to, I really enjoyed talking to you today. I so look forward to meeting you again. That is so important to people. People not even write handwritten notes anymore. I'm old school, I do. And previewing 10 homes a week, you need to know what's going on in the market, get to know different neighborhoods. When I first got in real estate, those are some things I did on my weekends. I rode into these neighborhoods. I saw houses that had listings. I saw houses that didn't have listings. So it's some benefit in all of that. Anybody else? Lead generation, uncover motivation, identify objective, close deals, speaking terms that the customer understand. That's where the script practice come in. And for every avenue, everything that we encounter, whether it's selling, buying, for sale by owners, expires, we have scripts for all of that. I really focus on listings, and I do a lot with reaching out to for sale by owners. I am one that have to say, if I talk to a for sale by owner and they allow me an appointment to get in, I get the listing. I get the listing. If I go in the house, I get the listing. I spoke that, and it is. So, I mean, you got it. We have to know. We have in scripts also, it builds confidence. I can send you all the scripts. I got a book of them, and they came from, our Ignite. So if anybody want those, just shoot me a text, and I can scan them and send them to you. And I hope everybody have an accountability partner, because you can practice those scripts with your accountability partner. You can, know how you sound it with them before you, go out to, using those scripts with potential clients and customers. Any questions? All right, well, if nothing else, that's it for me. Y'all have a blessed day, and I look forward to where it is that you all are going in your business, and to be able to help you get there. Don't hesitate to call me, because I'm here. Have a great day.
Thank
Hi,
you,
guys.
Vicky.
You're welcome.
Everybody have a good one.
You
You
too.
too.